This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. Always good to see my man.
Always.
Fabio Wardley. How's things?
Good. All going well, mate. Fun little weigh-in. A few bit of antics and stuff going on. So, just enjoying a bit of boxing.
Enjoying being on the broadcast as well?
Yeah, it's always good fun. It's always good fun to be on the other side of it. Gives you a funny perspective, because I know what it's like when you come down for the weigh-in or when you're turning up to the press conference and all of that. So to then be on the broadcasting side of it is it's fun, because you get to look at them and you know what kind of is going through a fighter's head or how they're feeling about it.
Yeah, I mean, you've always given me time. You've always given me good time. Answered well to questions, and exactly what Moses said. You're made for TV.
Yeah, the more and more these fights go on, my face is becoming less and less made for TV. Though, maybe for radio, maybe that's the one. Maybe that's the avenue I need to move into. But yeah, no, look, I enjoy it. I find it fun, so it's all going well.
Yeah, when the career ends, you can get on the phone to talk sport and say, as long as there's no cameras, then we're going to be all right. I know, obviously, like you said, life is good in your world. Ipswich, close to beginning the Premier League season.
Smashing it.
You've got the British title, but there's one thing missing. It's fucking Rematch.
It is missing.
It was so good.
It is missing.
But now we're sitting there like...
Everyone's like, where is it? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, look, it was a fantastic fight. Fantastic occasion, and it's definitely something we've been talking about over the past few months and stuff. When, where, who, and all the other fussy and details and stuff. Nothing's ever simple in this game of boxing. So yeah, we're edging towards it, but we're also exploring other options as well, because I do have a variety of options. So. I've got other belts and things we can focus on, other avenues I can go down. So it's a option. It's not the only option. We're looking to do. I'm still looking to get out at least twice this year. I want to keep fighting. I want to stay busy. I only got out twice last year, so that's not enough for me. I want to stay active. I like being in the ring. So yeah, look, if it doesn't come immediately next, then it will likely be shortly after.
If you had to make a prediction, is it a fight that you think will be forced by purse bids, or you will come to an agreement on?
I think we'll come to an agreement. I think that's the thing. I've been an independent fighter for years now. I've never been one for being told when and where I fight and who I should fight and how I have to do it. So yeah, purse bids ain't really ideal for me. It's not really something I favour. So if we do it and it comes off, we'll come to some agreement, and we'll sort it that way.
You can see there's big interest, because there was a little kid in there, and you just... Yeah. It was a bit like an interview. He came up to you and went, Fabio, when are the purse bids? So there is like a genuine, huge interest in this fight.
I thought he was working for one of you lot. He had all the questions. He had all the questions. He said, the purse bids are on this day, so does that mean you're going to do this? And when are you fighting? It should be next. Are you going to do... I was like, all right, mate, you're 12. Chill out, mate. Like, have a
I felt a little bit embarrassed, because I think he knew a bit more than me. But there you go. Can you give us a little bit of insight into the potential other avenues you're looking at? I know we could perhaps hesitate at a few guesses. But what is it that, when you look out there, tickles your fancy?
Go on, hesitate a few guesses. What you got for me?
European route or one of the world ranking belts?
Potentially, yeah. Yeah, look.
What's your favourite governing body, or do you want to keep yourself happy with everyone?
Yeah,
have you got one? Do you know some people say, the WBC's my belt, one I need? Or have you got like a governing body that...
Nah, but look, ultimately I just want to be a world champion. And whatever avenue that takes... No one, like, at the end of your career and you say, I was a world champion, no one ever goes, yeah, but what belt was it? No one ever asks you that question. No one cares. Like, so, look, I want to keep my options open with all of the governing bodies. I've got the WBO, I've got WBA, the Internationals, Continental. So I'm in good standing with those. I think I'm top 10 with pretty much all of the governing bodies. So I'm in a good position with all of them. So that is also something we're paying attention to, on what direction I'm going to go, and where we stand with governing bodies. And obviously we know the big fight at the end of the year, and post that then belts will fragment and it leaves spaces to fight for those, or be a challenger, or be next in line. So I'm just trying to line myself up nicely for all of that.
Yeah, mate, whatever it is, we can't wait to see you back in the ring, that's for sure. On Joe Joyce and Derek Chisora, can you give us a heavyweight insight other than we're going to get two men bludgeoning each other in that ring?
That's the thing.
Is there more to this fight than just two men who are going to smash the shit out of each other?
Look, not to take anything away from them, but I don't think there is, really. I think there's two men in there that know how to do one thing very well, and that's just get stuck in. and just go meet the man in front of him. I can't see. I'd give you £100 if I see Derek Chisora dancing off the back foot and feinting and throwing jabs and mixing and changing southpaw.
Come on, Del, throw some jabs.
Yeah, like it's just not gonna. I don't know. Maybe they've worked on it. Maybe that's what they're gonna do. But I don't see it going that way. I do think it's gonna be as plain and simple as you think it. I think it's one of those fights that you don't need to overcomplicate.
Yeah. I know Derek's been kind of set on the fact that Joe has PTSD from the Zhilei Zhang fight. None of us, other than Joe, will know that. But do you think when you've had a defeat or 2 defeats in the manner of the Zhilei Zhang fight, that they will just sit there permanently for the rest of Joe Joyce's career? Because Dubois had 13 defeats and he seems to brush them off. So is it just about the character?
Yeah, look, it's definitely about the character of the man, and how a defeat and how a loss and how you take it. But also, even if it does sit with you, there's a certain bit of you that takes into account the style, the fight you was in.
They were 2 quite brutal defeats for Joe, that's the thing.
Yeah, but you know in yourself as well, as if maybe he didn't prepare the best, maybe he wasn't in the best of shape, maybe he took some things lightly, took them all a bit comfortable and stuff, and maybe that was the kick he needed to go, right, look, we know what happens when I miss a few sessions, when I skip this, when I don't do what I'm supposed to do, so let's double down, let's get back to the old Joe Joyce of in shape and doing everything I need to be doing and go from there. So maybe that's what we'll see on Saturday night.
Yeah. Have you got one that you edge towards, or we fence sitting?
Yeah, I think I'm on the fence. I really don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. Look, I think I'd probably edge it only ever slightly towards Joyce, just for the youth factor. But I'm probably more so. I have more of an affinity with Chisora. I'd want him to win, especially as well knowing that it's his last kind of few fights. I want him to go out. He's done enough for the sport, for all of us. He's provided us all with enough entertainment that he deserves a good few wins on the back end of his career.
Yeah, number 10 at the O2 is quite incredible. One more thing before I let you go, because you've got a queue of people here to speak to you. AJ and Daniel Dubois, wicked fight.
Yeah, fantastic fight. Yeah, it's good, and even on a massive stage as well at Wembley, so we get a big stadium fight as well, and it's great to see two big Brits heavyweights fighting for a world title and on a massive venue. So it's going to be a fantastic night.
Yeah, I feel like it's at the right time as well, because yes, we had obviously Tyson and Dubois for a world title, but 2 Brits at the right time, kind of like Lennox and Frank type, like old school. I don't know. Does it have a bit of an old school feel to it? Yeah,
it does. Because look, you can see there's so many of us UK heavyweights now that are doing well, that are on the edge of either world titles or fought for them or stuff. I think the UK is in charge of the heavyweight division mostly from all areas. You've got like Moses, who's, I wouldn't say starting out, but he's on that kicking off, and you've got people like me and that who are now moving through into those higher levels, and then you've got the top end of Fury and AJ and all of those guys. So yeah, I think we're running the division at the moment. Yeah.
Did Moses tell you to vacate the British?
No, he didn't.
I overheard that.
He didn't tell me to. He said.
I bet Dev did. Dev's a shitstorm.
Yeah, it was. It's always Dev. It's always Dev. Yeah, Dev was saying if he'd fight me for the British, and I said I'll vacate before he has a chance to even try and fight me. So it's all fun and games.